Assalamu alaikum, class 7 students. Hope you all will be fine and safe and sound. Beta, you can see on the screen. Now, today we will do the workbook of chapter number 4, magnets and electromagnets. So, please take out page number 24 in your workbook. And please turn on your cameras. Muzammil, Musaf. Please, all of you, turn on your camera. Only boys, not girls. Okay, Betty, today we will do the exercise of chapter number 4, magnets and electromagnets. Okay, now you can see the first question. State whether the following statements are true or false. State whether the following statements are true or false. This is question number 1. You can also see on the screen. So, question number 1. Magnetism is a force which can travel over very large distances. Magnetism is a force which can travel over very large distances. So answer is correct. So write here true. Question number 1, answer is true. Number 2, headphones use both permanent magnets and electromagnets. Headphones we all of know, and we also discuss in the book that we can use permanent magnet in headphones and we can also use electromagnets in headphones. Okay, so question number 2, answer is true. Number 3, on a magnetic field diagram, the arrows always run from the south pole to the north pole. So keep in your mind the magnetic field. You also have seen that the arrows always run from the north pole to the south pole. So this statement is false. In the question number 1, part 3, this statement is false. Okay. Question number 4, part 4, all materials are magnetic because all materials contain atoms and molecules. All materials are magnetic because all materials contain atoms and molecules. So keep in mind, atoms and molecules are not responsible for magnetism force. Okay, so question number 1, part 4, answer is false. So this statement is false. Now number 5, a piece of steel can be magnetized by stroking it with a permanent magnet. A piece of steel, you also done this statement in your exercise in MCQs. A piece of steel can be magnetized by stroking it with a permanent magnet. This statement is true. This statement is true. So I'm repeating the answer again. Check it carefully and write on your workbook. Question number 1, true and false. Part 1, statement is true. Part 2, statement is true. Part 3, statement is false. Part 4, statement is false. Part 5, statement is true. I hope you understand it. Okay. Now come to the question number 2. This is the choose the correct option. Choose the correct option. These are MCQs which is given in your workbook. Okay, bete, you can see question number 1. MCQs. What shape is the magnetic field around a wire carrying an electric current? What shape? Keep in your mind, you also have seen the diagram in the book. When we pass electricity through a bar magnet, so around the electric wire, so the electric wire arrange into a circles, okay, so I think you understand it. So what is the question? What shape is the magnetic field around the wire carrying an electric current? So the options are given. Option A is circular, option B is elliptical, option C is square, and the option D is the same as that around bar magnet. So I hope you understand the answer. The correct answer is option A. The option A is circular. Now come to question number 2. What happens to the magnetic field around a wire when the current flowing through the wire is increased. What happens to the magnetic field around a wire when the current in the wire is reversed? This is part 2. What happens to the magnetic field around a wire when the current is reversed? When we reverse the, so what will be happen? So option A is given, is reversed. Option A is it is lost permanently. Option B is it is lost temporarily. Option C is it is reversed, and option D it stays the same. So the right answer is option C. It is reversed because we have discussed when we increase the current will be increased. If the current is reversed, so it will be reversed. So part 2, question number 2, part 2, the right answer is option C. It is reversed. Now come to question number 3. What happens to the magnetic field around a wire when the current flowing through the wire is increased? So answer is true. If it is increased, so the power of the magnetic field should be strongest. So look at the options. Option A is it disappears. Option B, it gets stronger. Option C, it gets weaker. And option D, nothing happens. So what is the correct answer? Option B is the right answer. It gets stronger. Option B is the right answer. It gets stronger. Now come to question number 4. Question number 2, part 4. Where might a relay be used? Where might a relay be used? Okay, so options are given. In a car ignition system, it is a system from where we can start our car. Option B, in a loudspeaker. Option C, in a scrapyard. Option D, in an electric cooker. So what is the right answer? You can see the options. So the right answer is option A, in a car ignition system. What is the right answer? So question number 4, part A is the right answer, in a car ignition system. Now come to question number 5. Now you can see question number 5. What is the difference between an electromagnet and a permanent magnet? What is the difference? You have to tell the difference. So first we will see the options. Option A, electromagnets are stronger. Okay. Question number 2, electromagnets are weaker. Option C, electromagnets can be turned on and off. And option D, electromagnets cannot be turned on and off. So you can see all the 4 options, and we also know that we have discussed in the chapter that electromagnets have an ability which we can be turned on and off. So the right answer is option C. Question number 5, option C is the right answer. Electromagnets can be turned on and off. Okay. So I'm repeating your answers. Please check it again. Question number 2, choose the correct options. For part 1, option A is the right answer. For part 2, option C is the right answer. For part 3, option B is the right answer. For part 4, option A is the right answer. And for part 5, option C is the right answer. I hope you marked in your book. Okay. Now we will discuss the page number 25. Okay, Betty, now we will discuss page number 25 in your workbook. Come to question number 3. Okay, Betty, you can also see on the screen question number 3. Okay. Question number 3, the diagram shows a bar magnet. Okay, you can also see the diagram shows a bar magnet. So according to this diagram, we will discuss the answers. So you can see it is a diagram of a bar magnet. Okay, and north and south pole are mentioned. Okay, so now we will see the question number 3, part 1. Why are the poles of a magnet called north and south? Why are the poles of a magnet called north and south? So the its answer should be, they seek the north and south poles of the earth. What is the answer? They seek the north and south poles of the earth. Okay, so this is not necessary to write the answer right now, because I will share all these answers with you in the group. So first of all, you have to understand the answer. Why are the poles of a magnet called north and south? So what is the reason? The reason is that they seek the north and south poles of the earth. Okay, this is the answer. So come to question number 3, part 2. Which pole of a magnet? Part A attracts a north pole. So what will be the answer? Attracts north pole. So answer should be south pole, because we all of know that always opposite poles attract to each other. So question number 2, part A attracts a north pole. So your answer should be south pole. Now come to B part, repels a south pole. So definitely how a south pole should be repel, because of south pole. When we bring same poles near to each other, so they will repel to each other, they will not attract to each other. So part A answer is south pole, and the part B answer is also south pole. I hope you understand it. Okay, now come to question number 3. On the diagram above, draw lines to show the magnetic field on a bar magnet. Okay, so you can also find this answer in from your book. Okay, you can also find the answer how to draw the lines. This diagram is given in your book, magnetic field. Okay, and among them you can see there is a north pole and south pole and bar magnet. So you will open your books, you take out the diagram, and then you draw all these lines along with this bar magnet. Okay, so this is your book work. So write on your book, you have to taken the diagram from your workbook. Okay, now come to question number 4. Which of these materials are magnetic? Underline the magnetic materials. Which of these materials are magnetic? Underline the magnetic materials. So first of all is that brass handle. Brass handle. Is it magnetic material? No, this is not a magnetic material. Newspaper? No, newspaper is made by paper. It's not a magnetic material. Plastic cup? Not a magnetic material. Steel nail? Yes, this is a magnetic material. Okay. Copper wire? This is not a magnetic material. Iron gate? Yes, this is a magnetic material. So from this box, only iron gate and steel nail, they both have the magnetic material, and the rest of copper wire, plastic cup, newspaper and brass handle, they are not magnetic material. Okay, I'm telling you again, for question number 3, draw a lines according to magnetic field. Okay, so you can draw all these lines, some will go this side, some will go this side, and this whole diagram is given in your book. So you will take out your book, open your book and draw the lines after the lecture. Okay, now come to the next question. Now this is question number 4, you can see on the screen. Okay, bete. Question is that a bar magnet drops to the floor and breaks in half. Okay, you can see this is a one magnet, bar magnet, and when it is dropped on a floor, it is broken into two pieces. Okay, the two halves becomes complete magnets, and we also know this thing, when we drop a complete magnet onto a floor, and if it is broken into two pieces, so these two pieces again convert into complete bar magnet. Okay, so a bar magnet drops to the floor and breaks in half. The two halves become complete magnets. So you can see north and south, but their one ends are missing. So label the poles the new magnets. Definitely in this diagram, you can see, in this diagram you can see they convert into two magnets and they are broken. So this, it is a north pole. So what do you write here? You will write here as south pole. Okay, so in this diagram you can see the south pole is given, so which thing is missing? North pole is missing. So you will write here n and you will write here s. Okay, so this is the answer of question number 1. Label the poles of the new magnets. So north is given, you will write here s, south. In this diagram south is given, so n is missing, so you will write here north means n. You will write here. So these two broken piece of magnet will convert into complete magnets. Okay, now come to question number 2. What will happen if the two new magnets are moved closer together? What will happen if the two new magnets are moved closer together? So think about it. What will be happen? So answer will be that they will be attract to each other. What will be answer? They will be attract to each other. Why? Because this magnet has a south pole and this magnet has a north pole. So they both have the opposite pole. So when we bring near to each other, they both will attract to each other and they will attach with each other. Okay. Now come to question number 3. What would happen if the magnets were broken into smaller and smaller pieces? So I think you have to tell me the answer. What would happen if the magnets were broken into smaller and smaller pieces? Can anyone tell me the answer? We have discussed in the chapter. Can anyone tell me the answer? Yes. Roma, yes, you tell me. What will be the answer?
Teacher, they will make their own poles.
Yes, yes, yes. You are right that each and every small piece will convert into again a complete magnet. Yes, you are right. This is the answer. So you can write in your book. So each piece would be a magnet. So its answer will be each piece would be a magnet. Each piece would be a magnet. Okay, so I hope you understand it. Now come to page number 26. Come to page number 26. So बेटे come to page number 26. Question number 5. क्या बनाने के लिए? एक मिनट का वेट करो. No, आगे. Okay, Betty, so look at your book, page number 26. This is question number 5 given. Use these words to fill the gaps in the passages. Okay, so look at these words and find out which word will be put into the correct place. So look at this. Look at your book. Words are given: demagnetized domains, iron, magnetized permanent positions, and stroke. Okay, so this is your fill in the blanks. So now we will start. Okay, Betty, you can also see on the screen. Okay, Betty, now we will start fill in the blanks. So we can think of magnetic material as containing molecular magnets inside a magnetic material like iron. So what word should be come here? Material like iron. The molecular magnets line up in groups called domains. In groups called domains. When a piece of magnetic material stroked, is stroked repeatedly with a permanent magnet, the molecular magnets start to line up. The iron becomes magnetized. A magnet can become demagnetized by heating it up and then quickly cooling it down. When this happens, the molecular magnets move about and change their positions. Okay, I'm repeating the answers again. We can think of magnetic material as containing molecular magnets inside a magnetic material like iron. Which word should become here? Like iron. The molecular magnets line up in groups called domains. Called domains. When a piece of magnetic material is stroked repeatedly with a permanent magnet. When a piece of magnetic material is stroked repeatedly with a permanent magnet, the molecular magnets start to line up. The iron becomes the iron becomes magnetized. The iron becomes magnetized. Okay. A magnet can become demagnetized by heating it up and then quickly cooling it down. When this happens, the molecular magnets move about or change their positions. Okay, I hope you understand it. So I am repeating the answers again. Check it carefully. In number one, there should be iron. Then you will write domains. Then you will write stroked. Then you will write permanent. Then you will write magnetized. Then you will write demagnetized. And the last one is positions. I hope you understand it. Okay. Now come to question number 6. Okay, Betty, you can see on the screen the question number 6. The diagram shows a wire passing through a piece of card. The wire is carrying an electric current. We also discussed this magnetic field in the chapter when we pass through, when we put compass in the center of a paper and then we pass electricity through electric wire. So it makes circles around the compass. Okay, and the all wires have same current inside it and they all have concentric circles, means the circles which all have same centers. Okay, we also discuss these things in this figure. They change something. In this figure, in this diagram, they show a wire passing through a piece of card. This is a piece of card. The wire is carrying an electric current, so you have to follow the figure and then you have to give the answer. So look at here, question number 1. How would you show that a magnetic field is produced by the current flowing in the wire? How can you show that a magnetic field is produced by the current flowing in the wire? So what should be your answer? Think about it and now tell me. How can we pass electric current through this wire? Okay, this is a piece of card. Okay, and you can see a electric wire is passing through this piece of card. Now question is that how can we pass electric current through it? How can we pass? So who will give me the answer?
Miss me.
Ji bete, yes.
Teacher, we will put a compass near it and check if it
Yes, you are
moves.
right. When we take a compass near to the wire, okay, so this is the main point. When we take a compass near to the point, yes, your answer is right. So what do you write here? What will be your answer? So by using a plotting compass. So what is your answer? By using a plotting compass. This is your answer. Okay. Now come to question number 2. Okay, question number 2. Draw lines on the diagram to show the shape of the magnetic field produced by the current flowing in the wire. Draw a line. So where do you draw the lines? Definitely the you will draw the lines at the center of the card. Okay, so you will draw the line around this circle, in a circle. Okay, you will make arrows and draw the lines around the compass, which is showing the electric magnetic field around the compass. And in the diagram we also have seen that when electric field is produced around the compass, so they make a circle. So you will make arrows. Okay, you will make arrows around the compass. Okay, and you will make only one circle here. So this is the answer of question number 2. Now come to part 3. Where is the magnetic field strongest? Where is the magnetic field strongest? So definitely its answer will be, where is the magnetic field strongest? So definitely the current is passing through this point. Okay, and the compass is also plotting here, and the electric current is passing through this point. So definitely the magnetic field should be strongest near to the compass. So this is the point where the magnetic field should be strongest. So this is the answer of part 3. Now come to part 4. If the current in the wire was reversed, what would happen to the direction of the magnetic field? If the current in the wire was reversed, these two things also we discuss in the chapter. If the current is increased, the magnetic field should be strongest. If the current is reversed, so what will be happen? So definitely the magnetic field, the force of magnetism should be reversed. Okay. So according to this question, its answer should be, it would be reversed. So what will be your answer? If the current in the wire was reversed, what would happen to the direction of the magnetic field? So you will write here, your answer would be, it would also be reversed. What will be your answer? It would also be reversed. Okay. Now come to its B part, strength of the magnetic field. So it's B part, strength of the magnetic field. So your answer would be, it would remain the same. It would remain the same. So A part answer is, it would also be reversed, and B part answer is, it would remain the same. Now come to page number 27. Come question number 7. Take out page number 27 in your workbook. Question number 7. You can also see a diagram is given in question number 7. So beta, you can see on the screen question number 7. Diagram A shows a coil of wire, and diagram B shows a coil of wire wrapped around an iron rod. Okay. You can also see beta, this diagram is given in your book. Question number 7, diagram A shows a coil of wire. Okay. So this is only a coil of wire. Okay. And you can also see that nothing is iron rod, but this is also a coil of wire, but inside the coil of wire there is an iron rod inside it. Okay. So beta, you can see in first diagram there is no rod inside the coil of wire, but this is a coil of wire in which there is an iron rod. So you have to follow these two diagrams and give the answer. I always told you, don't confuse about the answer, because these diagrams and statements will help you to give the answer. So don't learn these answers, you have to understand. So focus to understand the answer. This is not necessary to write the answer right now. Okay. I will share all the answers with you in a group. You can write the answer after this lecture. First of all, the important thing in this time is that you have to understand the diagram, you have to understand the question, and then you have to write the answer. Okay. So come to question number 1. Explain why the magnetic field is stronger around B than around A. Why is the magnetic field is stronger around B? This is diagram B. here is the magnetic field is stronger around B than around A, and why is not the magnetic field stronger in diagram A? So what is the difference between two? Can anyone tell me the answer? Can anyone tell me the answer? Boys, you are not giving any answer. Bete, can you give me any answer?
Teacher, B has a rod inside.
Okay.
It.
Who is talking?
Miss me, Rohma.
Okay. Okay. And boys, what about you? What do you understand by watching this diagram? Boys, you are not giving the answer. Why magnetic field is stronger in diagram B than diagram A? What is the main reason? So she
Because
is
there is
right.
a road in the B.
Yes, Musaf, you can also see in diagram A, there is not any type of rod inside the coil of wire, not iron rod or not steel rod. Okay, so definitely here should be magnetic field will be not strongest. But if you see part B, in part B you can see the iron rod is inside the coil of wire. So that's why the magnetic field is much stronger in part B as compared to part A. Okay, so this is the answer of your question number 1. You have to understand the diagram, you have not learned it. Okay, you have to understand the diagram and then give the answer. Okay, now we will go through to question number 2. Give two ways in which the magnetic field around B can be made stronger. Give two way, it means you have to know two methods. How can we make more how can we make much stronger magnetic field around B? How can we make it stronger? Okay, so you have to tell two ways. So students, tell me the two ways. Which two ways comes in your mind? Ji bete.
Miss me.
Yes bete. Yes, you tell me.
Teacher, we will roll it again and we can
Yes, by making more loops around the B, by making more loops on the iron rod, that's why we can make it more stronger. Yes, you are right. And the
and we
other one?
can put some more current in it.
Yes, and by increasing the current. Yes, you are right. And if you keep in your mind, we have discussed three methods in the book. By increasing the current, we can make the magnetic field strongest. Okay, by making more loops, and we can make the current and make the magnetic field strongest. And the third one, by stroking with the permanent magnet. Okay, so in this part, they are asking about two methods. So you have to write two methods. First should be by increasing the current, we can make much stronger the magnetic field around B. And secondly, when we make more loops around the B, okay, around the diagram B, around the iron rod, so because of that the magnetic field can be strongest. Okay, so you are right, these are the two methods which you have to write in this part 2. Now come to question number 3. What happens to the poles of an electromagnet if the current is reversed? Now we are talking about electromagnet. First of all, tell me, what do you understand by electromagnet? What are electromagnet? Ji bete, what do you mean by electromagnet? Boys, tell me, what is an electromagnet? Boys, you are not giving the answer. Or anyone can tell me what will be happen. First of all, I tell you how can we make when electricity pass through the magnets, so they will convert into electromagnet. First of all, this thing is important. Secondly, the question is what happens to the poles. Okay, what happens to the poles of an electromagnet if the current is reversed? So keep in your mind how the current is reversed. Definitely when we also know this thing, when we can turn on and off the electromagnet. Okay, so when the current is reversed, when the supply of current is low, so due to that the poles of the electromagnet should be opposite to each other. For example, if that magnet has this side is north and this is south, so when the current is reversed, so it will convert into south and it will be convert into north. It means that its magnetism force will be totally reversed, totally be finish inside it. Okay, so what happens to the poles of electromagnet in the if the current is reversed? So answer should be they become opposite of what they were. They become opposite of what they were. Okay, now come to part 4. Suggest one reason why the rod is not made of steel. Okay, in the diagram you also have seen that in the coil of the wire there is iron rod. So in this question they are asking कि why this rod is not made by steel, what is the reason? So answer is that steel makes a permanent magnet, because we are doing the experiment. If we put a steel rod instead of iron rod around the coil wire, so it will convert into a permanent magnet. Okay, so we are doing the experiment. So for experiment, we will use the iron rod. Okay, so suggest one reason why the iron rod is not made of steel. So the rod which is used in the diagram, that is not made of steel. So reason is that because when we pass electric current through steel, it will convert into a permanent magnet. Okay, I hope you understand it. Okay, now come to the last part of this question. What is the scientific name for a coil of wire that produce a magnetic field? What is the scientific name for a coil of wire? Okay, you also discuss in the book. A tightly wound coil is called around